Hey, welcome while you're in there. So I'm gonna start the rebuild on the 4.0 in the Jeep Wrangler. This is the 2003. It has the coil pack set up, so no distributor. Before we get to looking at things, the only thing that's been done to it so far was I pulled the valve cover off because I changed the rockers in it, and actually the rockers are really worn out. They're in really bad shape. There's a video on it in this back in this channel. Uh, but the rocker noises was so loud, and it fixed it, corrected the problem. All that rattling and ticking and things like that. But that noise is so loud that it was actually covering up. Well, I'm not quite sure, but a piston knock. I don't know if it's going to be a rod bearing or a broken skirt or just worn out rings. So we're going to pull this whole engine and do a complete rebuild. This is part one. So welcome to the channel. This is why you're in there. Please like and subscribe. I'll try to make these videos as fast as possible. I don't do editing. But what I do sometimes, I'll go ahead and loosen the little nuts here and there, and just show you what I'm doing real quick as I'm just, backing them out, whatever. Trying to make things speed up as much as I can. But anyway, this is part one. It's probably going to be like 30, maybe even 40 parts to this. But so far, like I said, just the valve cover is off. So let's get started, I guess. So anyhow, if you're new to all this, this is easy. It's just a lot of time. You might have to buy some tools if you don't have decent tools. But anyhow, you open your hood, your valve cover's here. This cable here, it rests across the top of your valve cover, just like that in that loop. And it bolts in right here and holds your throttle cables. So that's the other thing that's been taken off. Other than that, I haven't done anything except I went in, see all the blue pieces of tape. I labeled everything, so when I'm looking later on where something goes, it's quick and easy. I'm not figuring it out, struggling where it's got to go. So I labeled all my injectors 1 through 6, all the way to the back. I even marked the heater hoses and which end goes to which. Fitting, like back there it says heater core top, heater core lower. Up here it says water pump inlet, upper radiator hose, and then all them little sensors in there. I marked all them. The O2 connections. I'm pretty sure, except for the injectors, but I'm pretty sure every plug in this engine has its own home. I mean by that, like it's got plastic like keyways in the plastic to where the two ends will only go into one connector. I'm pretty sure, except for your fuel injectors. Don't mix those up. Make sure you mark those off, each one of them, and where they go. So with this Jeep being so tall, it might not look it in the video, but this thing is a son of a bitch to get into. It's on a 7.5 inch lift with 37-inch rockers, tires. So we are going to remove the front grille, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have to remove the winch too. I'm hoping not, because I'll explain that when we get to that part. So the front grille's got to come out, and that'll just give me a whole bunch more room anyway, because I don't think the cherry picker that I got, I just bought it from Eastwood. So there'll be a review on it in this channel in a little bit here. When I get to that point, I got to build it. So anyhow, getting that grill out, I was just going to start right with the front here. Fan shroud here. You got 2 bolts on each side. There's one right here. You'll see these grooves in this plastic here. The bolt is right in between that groove, and then way down there, there's another one in between a set of grooves. Same thing on the other side. There's only 2 of them holding this whole shroud on. So I already went ahead and did that, because first thing I'm going to do is pull this shroud out and this radiator. But I'm going to get the fan out of the way first. And you're going to have to get a big beefy crescent wrench or open end wrench. Because see, trying to zoom in for you there. I guess that's as far as I can go. But anyway, right, that nut right in the center of the screen. That's the nut that you got to get off for the fan. So you're going to need a really big honking open-ended wrench or a big honking crescent wrench. I'm going the crescent wrench route. And spin your fan blades, because these fan blades are offset, and you can actually, there's more room between some of the sets, like quite a bit too. So I'm gonna get under my crescent wrench and I'm just gonna give it a whack with a hammer. This is how I've always done it before, and I've had this part a lot of times. Just do it like a shock hit that will crack it loose, because it is gonna spin on you. That's what I was saying, do it like a shock hit, quick and hard. They usually pop right off for me. This one's being a little more of a pain. See, that pulley is spinning on me down there. It's not holding it real tight. Not sure of a good way to keep that from spinning, because the rest of the belt isn't spinning, just that pulley itself. But I've never had this much trouble in the past with this. Alright, well, I think that's going to end part one for right now, until I can figure out how to get that nut broken loose. So, leave me a comment on a better way to break that nut free. Unless I really hold that tensioner down. I may have to hold that tensioner down real tight to be able to do this. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end it here. This might take me a minute or two to figure this out, getting this nut loose. But I'll pick up part 2 right there once I break it free. Please like and subscribe. Follow the 4.0 build. This is why you're in there. Thanks for watching.